Hello, myself Ali Anwar. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of my team to this presentation. Thank you Film and Comic Con Glasgow for choosing ours and trusting with the decision process. So before we start, what we have used here is Monte Carlo simulation to take the decision process. So let me give a quick intro about the Monte Carlo simulation. The Monte Carlo techniques takes the name for gambling table of Monte Carlo in casinos. It is widely used throughout in science, but as project managers, we mostly often use it as to assess risk to our schedules and sometimes to our budget. So, as part of the concern, a decision making about a product batch size for a major event which has to take place over the weekend of Saturday 14th and Sunday 15th of August 2021 at Into Brohead Film and Comic Con Glasgow. So, so our company plans to produce a batch of souvenir books to sell during the weekend of Comic Con. The book has been designed and processed, but it has not yet been decided how many to produce. But the company wants to choose the batch size that will maximize the profit. So that's where we come. We are here to help you all to make the right decision. We have performed a Monte Carlo simulation analysis of the expected profit. As per the calculation, the key decision, um, the two batch size of production of souvenir books as 4,500 units of batch 1, which is in left hand side, you can see the graph, and 7,000 units for batch 2, which is in right hand side. The probabilistic demand was calculated using a set of 100 possibility scenarios for the simulation with an assumptions that activities is best modeled by a normal distribution. The first calculation was to determine the profit for each batch size, and the each profits were calculated 21,510 for batch 1 and 38,990 pounds for batch 2. Thus, batch 2 found to provide the highest profit. But when you look more into the details, we can see that the frequency plots for the both batches for generating profit were also plotted. At the same time, frequency for generating profit for batch 2 found to be higher than batch 1. Yet the left skewness of frequency for batch 2 also found to be higher as it generates the highest loss value in certain scenario. So when you look into the details, we can find that batch 2, even though they are providing higher profit than batch 1, we would suggest you to go for batch 1 because as the profit increases, the batch 2 has a higher profit. At the same time, it also has a higher loss. So it could determine the batch 1 is the safest prediction option to carry on under certain scenarios, uncertain scenarios. Let's go to the next slide. Key decisions and findings. This is a network diagram. We have assumed the sample scenario to occur for the book producing activities that were ranked from A to J as in network diagram. All the activities were modeled using the mean and standard deviation that was based on our market research. Afterwards, considering the mean value of normally distributed demand as variable 1 and standard deviation as variable 2, the possible outcomes were generated for 100 samples. For example, in activity A, we made use of the mean 20 and standard deviation 5 to generate the possible A's. Considering the uncertainties in the simulation for the 100 sample scenario, we could Reduce that the minimum time duration to complete the project is 124 days. Maximum duration is 152 days. And average duration is 139 days. The critical path for production could identify in alternatives as P1, P2, and P3. And then if you look into the network diagram, we can see I've written that P1 is A, B, D, H, I, J, and P2 is A, C, E, D, H, I, J, and P3 is A, C, F, G, I, J. Considering the alternative path, the critical path was found to be P2, that has A, C, E, D, H, I, J tasks and consumes 130 days. Considering the 100 sample values for possible scenario, a frequency graph has plotted. The highest frequency of 100 is denoted at 155 days approximately. It reflects the average time required to complete the project. According, Accordingly, assuming the uncertainty factors, it is probable that process will last for 155 days but could also be lesser as 124 days or 188 because it involves a lot of uncertainty. We cannot focus or showcase what's going to happen in the future. So, as things go well, it can be completed by 155 days. But, like if you take average, but it can also completed by 125 days in certain scenarios, and sometimes it can take 188 days. However, considering the frequency chart and plotted outcomes, the likelihood of the duration for production process can be predicted as 155 days. Therefore, to achieve the production completed by 13th August 2021, it is recommended that project would start on 11th February 2021. So that it covers the maximum production period with delays as well under possible uncertainty scenarios. So we have come to the conclusion, and we can say that as per our findings to Monte Carlo simulation, the safest option for the production of souvenir book is 4,500 units for batch 1 with a profit of 21,500 ton under certain scenario. After taking into consideration of 100 samples, value for possible scenarios and assuming of uncertainty factors, it is predicted that it will take 155 days to complete the project. So, proposed project starting date is 11th February 2021. Thank you guys. So, that is our decision, and we are really honored to work with you people. I hope we have not disappointed you, and we will get to see each other more. Thank you.